Hey everyone, I'm Saski and welcome to today's interview. It is Lesbian Visibility Week, one of my favourite weeks of the year, and I've got a very special guest with me today. I have got not only the publisher of DIVA magazine, but also the founder, I can see her nodding, also the founder of Lesbian Visibility Week. I have everyone, please give a warm welcome, Linda Riley. Linda, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Thank you very much, considering.
I know.
How are you?
I know.
You're looking good.
Oh, Emma, thank you. You know, this is middle. I don't know how long this hair's going to last, but anyway, we'll go with it. Hairspray and gel has been like my saviour so far. I just want to talk, we're going to talk about Lesbian Visibility Week. Really excited about that. But I also just want to highlight, you know, before we carry on, you have been instrumental in creating some really sort of star-studded events to positively promote the LGBT plus community over the years, and you continue to. So I just want to highlight some of them, which are including the British and European Diversity Awards, the Rainbow Honours, which was, of course, last year, first one last year, which was great, star-studded event again. You've been an ex-board director of GLAD, and also the DIVA Awards, to name but a few.
Love the DIVA Awards.
Oh, the DIVA Awards, I know, great stuff, eh? So, you know, like I say, you've been at the forefront of all these campaigns, and now we are celebrating Lesbian Visibility Week. You know, how did it come around? How did it come about?
Well, since I became publisher of DIVA, I did notice there was a Lesbian Day of Visibility, and I was just like, this is just not right, you know, just one day to celebrate being a lesbian or a woman loving a woman. But basically, I was just like, this is not enough. I saw so much around on other strands of diversity doing so much more, and I was just like, we need to do more. So it's been on my mind for a few years, and then finally we decided to go ahead with it this year. Just before I go ahead, I want to say we've got a great team at DIVA, and I wanted to thank them. Fiona Marshall, Polly Shute's done a great job. Claire Harvey, who's organised all the seminars you've seen this week, and of course the DIVA editorial team, Carrie, Roxy and Danielle. Yeah. And I can't forget the social media, Kat and Sophie. So they've all just worked above and beyond, and so many people have done so much for this week and given their time for free, and it's been amazing. It's been really, really heartwarming.
Yeah, I think I'm really pleased. I mean, I know you're a really sort of tight-knit group anyway, and a great team. It's always Team DIVA, isn't it? But, you know, I think so much goes on in the background for DIVA that people don't even realise. You know, it's such hard work, effort and commitment. So great shout out for the team and everything that they do. But also that just brings us to where we're at now as well, because, you know, with the lockdown, with COVID-19 pandemic hitting, it's meant that, you know, the entertainment industry's pretty much crashed. Therefore, all events, including, you know, the events that I know you had, and even look, that's the joys of home interviewing, isn't it? You know, even the events you've had on week, we've had to move it all online. So how has that been? That's a massive shift, isn't it? Going all technical with these events now.
Yeah, no, it's been very interesting the way to see people's mentality have changed around you know, all the Zoom meetings and stuff. Like, I didn't even know what Zoom was before lockdown, but obviously you know, everybody's had to find a way to get through this, and what you're seeing is a great feeling of solidarity. Now, we were going to have the DIVA Awards this week. We were going to have the seminars that you're seeing. We were going to have a live conference. We knew lockdown was going to be coming about a month ago, but we still wanted to carry on with the week, because actually, as we've seen this week, it's meant so much to people. What we're seeing is so many women are isolated, and, you know, this is just really lifting their spirits.
Yeah, it really is. And you can see, you have, I mean, you have a massive online presence anyway, but even bringing Lesbian Visibility Week, and also I know, in the midst of this, which I think people is really something to bear in mind, in the midst of all this, everyone was isolated, lockdown happened, there was such panic and fear, and you still, Diva and yourselves, still had the concerns of the people, yeah? So you put together, Diva online, Diva community on Facebook. I mean, that has gone from strength to strength within weeks, hasn't it? So, I think it's now over 4,000 members within about...
Yeah, it is. I mean, that was actually, I have to give credit to Polly Shute there, who came up with that idea.
Yeah.
And what we've seen, we started a Facebook group called Diva Community, as you said, and what we've seen is it's given the opportunity for women to talk about what's going on for them. It's been a lot of fun. There's been some people that have been really honest that are not coping well, and what you've seen is everybody coming together to support each other, and it's been really, really uplifting to see that. Yeah.
It is really nice, and this is the thing, social media is great. We can do so many things, everyone can put their posts on about what they're doing at home, this and that, but the reality is there are really a lot of people that, even for the best of us who maybe feel like we can cope a bit better or have people around us, there are people that really do need that additional support. So it's lovely to see, the Diva community, people are coming together, not just based on posts, just on how you're doing, and a little checking in on other people. It's really bringing our community together, isn't it? And that brings that solidarity, that meaning of solidarity, home again, because that's really what all these events are about, aren't they? Especially within our community. Do you what do you think has been your best bits of this so far, of this week?
I think on Monday when we launched it, and the reaction to Lesbian Visibility Week, because of course we didn't know how it's going to be taken, especially amongst the COVID climate, and it was really good to see that people really took it to their hearts. Our allies were supporting us. We had the Visible Lesbian 100. We also, the best bit I think was releasing the survey on the same day that we did in partnership with Kantar. There were some shocking results there, but it was just to see everybody supporting it. And what I've really noticed of Lesbian Visibility Week is, as you say about solidarity, we've been working with charities, Mermaids, Stonewall Housing, AKT, Diversity Role Models, GLAD in the USA. They've all been supporting this week, and they've all come together to support this week, which is great. And all the prides as well, Pride in London. So that's been my best bit, is just seeing the reaction and how needed it was.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and on that note, because we do know that as much as we all can come together and we are a strong community, unfortunately, sometimes we still are coming up against, homophobia, biphobia, lesphobia, transphobia. You being the public figure that you are, and with the events and campaigns that you do, how do you kind of sort of cope or sort of get through when we have this trolling going on? Like, what do you sort of do to sort of get through that?
To get through what? So I didn't hear that.
Sorry, when we have, with all the big events that you do and the campaigns that you do, we unfortunately still, there's a lot of trolling, isn't there? There's discrimination, even with the hashtags. I know there's been some issues around the hashtags, some negativity around that this week. How do you sort of get past that? Because there's, it could get to people, right?
Yeah, no, the trolling is really, really difficult. But I find now that I'm in a place where I really just can't take any notice of it. It is trolling, because a lot of the trolling, when you look at it, you'll see that they're anonymous to people, they're fake accounts. And if anything that I would like to see is social media like Twitter and Instagram introducing more stringent measures on allowing these fake accounts to set up, because they can be distressing. When I first started being trolled a couple of years ago, in particular, as a cis lesbian speaking up for trans rights, I got trolled really badly, and it did affect my mental health, but I've learned to now just ignore it and just you know, see the bigger picture.
Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, and that's the L with the T, isn't it? And I would like to take this opportunity to say I'm also very much stand with L with T, and I'm pleased that DIVA are, and you know, we're raising awareness on that as well. But you really do have to, if you're in this, if we're ever going to move forward, and that's why our community is so great, because we will continue to keep pushing forward, and it's people like yourself who are putting on these events and raising awareness, you know, that help, you know, just are the face of that and stand in that against up against the adversity of that. So with that in mind, what's been the proudest part of that? You know, because it's solidarity, everyone's coming together. You know, you must feel really proud at the response from the community when you put these, because a lot of effort goes into this, right?
Yeah, no, I am proud. I'm proud of the team, especially, as I said earlier. I mean, I can't say how hard they've worked to get this off the ground. So, you know, and I feel proud that the word lesbian is being used in such a positive way as well. You know, that's meant a lot.
Yeah, well, exactly. And you know, as a lesbian, I'm always happy to shout out the word lesbian and see it used in a positive way. So you know, so going forward, I guess, you know, we've had to bring it online this year, but you know, moving ahead, we hopefully be out of lockdown by next year. You know, bigger and better for next year. What would you like to see going forward with Lesbian Visibility Week?
Well, I'd like to see it. My personal vision of it is I'd like to see it more global, taking off. I'd like to see, you know, when lockdown is over, more corporates having events for the lesbians or the LGBTQI women in their network. More, you know, social events, and just a week, a celebration. We're obviously hoping to have our DIVA Awards next year within the week. So that's what I'd like to see, just a week-long celebration from, you know, from all aspects of the community, and also our allies joining in to celebrate with us. Yeah. That's really important.
Definitely. You know, and like I say, all your star-studded events positively promoting our LGBT plus community. I want to say thank you so much, because you know, it's people like yourself that help put us on the map. And you know, it's all well and good us being a community coming together online, but we have to have bigger visibility, and you're someone who can create that platform for us. So thank you very much. And I just want to ask, in lockdown, Linda, what are your top tips for getting through? How are you coping? What would you say to our listeners or viewers out there about getting through lockdown?
Okay, so my top tip would be only watch the news once a day.
Yes.
That is, you know, you start getting into watching the news all day long, and it's becomes quite a lot. So that would be my top tip. I haven't got many others. Been working too hard.
Yeah, you do. What does Linda Riley do on a day off? Do you get a day off? What do you do?
Not at the moment. You know, I do get a little bit jealous when I go into the Facebook community and people are talking about, you know, what they're watching on Netflix, and they're running out of stuff to watch. I just sort of longing for the time when I've got that bit of time on my hands. But hopefully after lockdown. Also, I've got 2 kids that I see. They come over with my ex-partner, so I see them. Right. Yeah, so that fills up quite a lot of time.
Yeah, and that's really important. That's key, isn't it? Family's key in these times, aren't they? You know. So, okay. Well, listen, I want to say thank you, Linda. So, thank you just for talking to me. Go on. What are you going to say? Go for it.
I've got 2 things that I want to say. First of all, I want a top tip from you.
Okay, my top tip for getting through lockdown, which I have to stop because I am going to end up in going to AA after, is I like to have a little drink every evening. No, but my real top tip, a positive one, is actually communicate, keep connected with people. And I'm finding I'm FaceTiming more than ever, as opposed to just the quick text. We live that fast-paced life, don't we? So I think communicate, keeping connected with your friends and family is important.
All right. I'm going to thank my sponsors, because without them we wouldn't have been able to do the week.
Thank you. Thanks, Linda. Listen, take care in lockdown. I can't wait to go out partying with you again and be at your events outside of lockdown, okay? Take care.
I need a drink.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.